We're joined by Ramin Saidi now. He's an Afghan-American citizen, has worked with the US government in Afghanistan, presently in Washington, aware of the critical situation in Kabul. Ramin, I believe your brothers have been stuck at or outside Kabul airport or in Kabul airport for 48 hours. Is that still the case?
Good evening. Yes, that's still the case. There's a chaos outside airport. There's thousands of people. There's no management, and it's actually very, very scary out there. Because from what I know, actually, there was a baby actually who died on the scene outside the airport yesterday.
And Ramin, have you been given any assurances of a flight for your relatives out of Kabul?
I have not given any assurances, but we have been trying everything possible in our way. We have been contacting our congressman here for the state. We have been contacting the Department of State. But there's no assurances, but they are saying we are doing what we can. The fact is actually that there's no management. They do not have the control of the airport. It's basically who gets there, crossing 10,000 people, somehow manage to get on the door and get inside is the one going to be out.
And your brothers, they're Afghan nationals, right? They don't have a dual citizenship or anything?
They do not. There is an Afghan citizen actually who also served for the U.S. government, and he's stuck right now in Kabul, and I'm trying, as a U.S. citizen, because I work for the government, he is also in danger. So my point is to getting him out, and I'm trying everything possible. But apparently there is no management out there. It's a chaos. It's worse what we see in pictures, actually.
Ramin, did you say that your brother, one of these brothers, works or did work for the US in Kabul, in Afghanistan?
Yes, he did.
So
yes,
wouldn't that put him in a potentially vulnerable spot, which is why I would assume the Americans would show some leniency and try and get him in? I mean, has he been able to establish contact?
Absolutely. The point of contact, we are doing everything because right now he's not in that situation to put documents together, everything, because right now the first thing for him is to save his life. So we are doing everything on his behalf. We're submitting. He have been able to submit certain documents.
So it's one brother, not two brothers, right? It's one brother who's stuck.
It is one brother. That's correct. Yes, he's in Afghanistan currently. He's in Kabul. He's been behind the airport door amongst tens of thousands of people for the last 48 hours with no food. They're putting actually tear gas on people. There's a lot of hitting, a lot of whip, a lot of pushing. And there are ladies, children, and everything. And I also want to talk about the refugees who are actually arriving in the States. The government is not doing enough. As an Afghan community, we came together. Yesterday, there were like 3 flights which came from Qatar and different locations. And we put donations together. We prepared for tens of thousands of people. But at the end, Department of State would not let us actually to intervene, welcome our people, help them, give them what they need, compassion, love, and food, everything. They basically told us it's due to security situation. We do not need volunteers. So they do not allow us actually to give them what they need. We were able to manage one group initially, but at the end, they changed the location and they let us in for a minute, but there was not enough stuff. We literally had 2 trucks of donation behind the cars for all our Afghans coming together, including other Arab people, all the Americans as well, welcoming all these refugees. But it was painful to actually watch these people, the kids. You could see the trauma in their eyes when they arrived. And we wanted to actually help them more further, but the Department of State would not allow us to actually go to this refugee center, help them, bring them food, bring them clothes, bring them toys for the kids and everything. So it's mismanagement back in Afghanistan. It's mismanagement back here as well. It's a chaos altogether.
Ramin, is there a plan B for your brother in case he's not able to board a flight? Is he prepared to hang on? I mean, I don't know. I mean, or does he just have to get out for his safety's sake?
I want him to get out. At this point, I do not want to think about plan B. Plan A is plan A, and I want him to be out because I know for a fact we might not get there to plan B because it's dangerous. These people, what they show right now, they have not changed a bit. I do not want to see, there are some posts that I see the Taliban has changed. They have not changed. They want recognition internationally. That's why they're not doing anything. I'm afraid when this chaos ends, if the U.S. leaving this kind of vulnerable people behind, they will be beheaded. They will be slaughtered.
Yeah.
They're literally going door by door, taking names. They are giving that smirk smile and saying, we know who you are. We will come back for you.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not doing it now. There are stuff happening which is not on cameras. Maybe it's not on the news outlets, but there are stuff happening. People are being shot. Commandos are being killed. Government officials are being killed. Especially people who work with the U.S. mission, supported the U.S. mission. My appeal to the U.S. government at this point is like, we worked shoulder to shoulder. We helped you go through your mission in Afghanistan. What are you going to do? Are you going to leave us there? What happened with the last 20 years? 20 years, it sounds like it just looks like a movie. Literally, the first time when the Taliban came, I was a young man, I was in Afghanistan myself. So I'm getting all those 20 years of flashbacks. I woke up the next day, Taliban was in country. Same thing happened. Government collapsed in a matter of weeks. And they're not doing enough. It's totally chaos, and they do not have the hold of it. They do not have. At this point, I think Taliban have the upper hand. They make decisions, not the Americans.
Look, Ramin, we broadcast around the world, and this message is being heard all over the world, and we certainly hope there are those in the United States and, who are watching this. And I just hope that your brother stays safe. It is absolutely terrifying what's going on there. Thank you very much for speaking to us.